Within ND, my role basically involves supporting the regulatory process by providing guidance on human factors issues. So that might be looking at the claims on the operator or the design of alarm systems, or looking at the organisational structure of an organisation and the implications of that for people's competencies and workload. So I provide guidance on these technical issues. Before I started in ND, I was working for Atkins, and I was working for their human factors team, which provides human factors consultancy and research services. So I was based in Bristol and part of that team. I've always been interested in a job in regulation, partly because lots of the work I've done in the past few years has been in support of safety cases which get submitted to the regulator. So it's quite nice to be on the other side and have things submitted to me and understand a little bit more about the process of regulation, and actually be assessing work and giving comments back. So it's almost the other side of the role from what I've done previously, really. The reason I chose now to move to the Nuclear Directorate is essentially because they've opened an office in Cheltenham. And previously, prior to that, you would have had to essentially be based in Bootle in the northwest most of the time. And I already lived in the southwest down in Bristol. So with them opening an office here, it just provided an opportunity for me to stay within the region, but to work for the Nuclear Directorates. It's actually a pleasure to work with ND. They're a really supportive and friendly organisation. For me, it's a very different role because I've not been involved in the regulatory process before. So actually mentoring is really quite important to me. So I've actually got two mentors, one within my division, which gives me advice and guidance on the regulatory side and on particular issues that are related to the work of the division. And then I also have a technical mentor who's somebody I can talk to about if there's any technical issues that I'm new to. Mostly I understand my own technical areas fairly well, but the application of them and in relation to some of the specific technologies may be new. I think so far I haven't got a typical day or week at all. I can see as time goes on that my work will be split between office-based work and site-based work. So say in the next 8 weeks, I've probably got 3 weeks where I'll be out on site for 2 or 3 days, and the rest of the time I'll be at the office. At the moment, my time in the office is quite taken up with training, because ND provide quite a lot of training in the first year and support to you to promote your development and make sure that you've got the right skills, knowledge, qualifications to do the job. So at the moment I spend quite a lot of time on training, but ultimately I'll spend a high proportion of time on assessment and regulation and research. So the whole mix of different things. So I think the main thing I'd say is it's lots of different elements to the job. It's very varied. It's good in as much that you can plan it and manage that yourself, so you can put the mix how you want to, but quite a nice split between office and site-based as well. So it's good. I think first and foremost you need to have a good technical understanding of your area, and I hope I've got a good technical understanding of human factors. Human factors is a fantastic discipline. It's essentially applied psychology and it's very interesting. So a good technical knowledge is really important, and also understanding how your discipline fits into ensuring the risk management and safety of nuclear facilities. So you need to know your own technical discipline, but also how it feeds into the greater picture and how it maps onto things like the licence conditions. Aside from that, I think you need to be able to work as part of a team and influence people and move people in directions in a collaborative way. Essentially, you want people to improve standards and work towards a common objective that you see. So you have to be able to work with people. I actually work 4 days a week, which is because I've got young kids, and that works brilliantly for me, because I just need a little bit of slack in the system to go to school concerts and all of those things that come up, but at the same time being able to get a reasonable amount of work done. So I started off working full-time while I was doing my training up in Bootle, and then I've moved down to 4 days, so they've been very, very flexible about that. And I think you need flexibility on both sides. There's times when I will come in on the day that I'm not working, but equally I'll take that time back somewhere else. So they're flexible with me, and I try to return that by making sure that I can attend the meetings that I need to. So yeah, it's been very flexible, and it's a lovely office here in Cheltenham. It's a great location, it's close to the centre of town, so 10-minute commute, so all of those things are really good. So yeah, so it's a good working environment, I'd say.